Davis, Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Ammon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth might be small, but it is mighty. Seating 46,000 fans, the purple smoke, the engine horn blaring, the Frogs get it going on game day in Fort Worth. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Arkansas State Red Wolves offense will have first crack at this one. And here comes Trey Owens. He'll be at the controls in this one. More than 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdowns last time out. The give, it's Clay. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Red Wolves want to crank the tempo.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Makes the grab, it's Little. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
And the Red Wolves will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. The Red Wolves can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Owens. Throws to the tight end. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Looking for a gap, it's Spencer. Might have a chance. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Red Wolves kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter.
Caught, and he's got room. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Red Wolves come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Pulls it on the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running inside, it's Spencer. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And these plays right here, man, they can spark your team. And the defense has been flying around, but now they make the play. They get home to the quarterback and cause the damage. The ball gets on the turf, they recover, and now set up with great field position.
Back to throw, it's Craig. Fires to the big fella. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Using his legs, it's Payne. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he would.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
The Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Quarterback keeps it. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And we are not experts. We know a little bit about football, but one thing we all know, it's hard to win if you're going to continue to turn the football over. A fumble, an INT, a fumble. You're not going to score many points if you keep making donations.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight end...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Looking to pass, it's Owens. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit, and he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. One final play before the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Payne. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've reached the break, and Arkansas State has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
First play of the period will be a 2nd down. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To throw, it's Craig. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. And tackled there by the defense.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice game by the offense.
Quickly to the tight end. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Payne. There's some room. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. To the ground. He's got it again. Slips one guy. Now he's loose. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. And the Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that wide receiver screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
The Horned Frogs back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They'll stop play here for a moment to have a look at this injured Horned Frog. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Craig. Makes the grab on the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Running inside, it's Craig. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. And the Red Wolves will hustle to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Tried to find a seam for more, but a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Looking for a man, it's Owens. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's small. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Go, go. Looking downfield, it's Craig. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Lost to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Cobb. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. after the incompletion. Back to the passing game. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's complete to the right. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
Will, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. We are just about ready to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's go down to the sidelines now where Holly Rowe has an update on that injury.
I checked in with the Horned Frogs head coach at halftime. Their running back has been terrific, playing well so far in this game, but he is taking a lot of hits. He's had to absorb a lot of contact, running yards after contact, but they're going to keep their eye on him and see if he can power through all the hits, bumps, and bruises he's taken here in the first half. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He'll try it again. There's a crease. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Scanning the field, it's Craig. Under fire. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Now up by 4 here in the third quarter.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Red Wolves offense coming out to start the drive. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Summers. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll move the tight end. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clay. Finding some room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. The Red Wolves want to move quickly. To the air. It's Owens. Fires quickly. Oh, he's got some space. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
Under fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run inside. It's Spencer. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Got it, looking for the first down. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Touchdown, Arkansas State! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Complete to the left. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Payne. And he'll be brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Craig. Pressure coming, and down he goes. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Running inside, it's Spencer. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it on 2nd down, but nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And the Red Wolves are in the hurry-up. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it on the move. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And those plays are never going to be on the highlight tapes, but man, you love a QB that on 3rd down can understand spacing, can understand how to check the football down, let their running back do the rest, get the 1st down, move the sticks, so then you can make the big play.
Touchdown, Red Wolves! Excellent pass by the back on the option. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
No chance he's taking a knee. Here he comes. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Craig. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
He's got the tight end. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. At the 40, there he goes. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the break, and Arkansas State has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Off the play fake. Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Finds his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to...
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. From the gun, running back gets to give. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Backed up now, here's second and long. They send the tight end in motion. They'll run the counter. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Quick handoff. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Owens. Here's a heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Red Wolves will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in from the TCU sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes the grab. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that one's incomplete.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Here comes the heat. A strike downfield. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
The Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10.
Defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. And the Horned Frogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Now the play fake. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Offense going to be challenged to protect on 3rd down after that last sack. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That is no good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit, still a 10-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.